What is up, guys? Philip here with Satisfye. Today we are going to have a look at skins and what skins are compatible with our grips. We've got a nice little plethora of skins here to test, so let's dive in and let's check out how these are going to fit. All right, you guys, so here in front of us we have quite a few different brands. We have Skinit, we have Controller Gear, we have D brand, and we also have Extreme Rate. Two of these are found on Amazon, two are directly from their own website, Skinit and D brand, and they all kind of vary as far as some of them are full wrap, and then the other ones, some of them are like more of like a half wrap, where like on this one, you get the front, you get the back only, and then you just, there's no sides. And so we're gonna look at kind of really the full gamut of all of these, and we're gonna find out how these things all fit. So let's start sliding these things in grips and see how they perform. Let's have a look at D brand. And D brand comes with a variety of options. This is their full wrap. And as you can see, by full, I mean it wraps on the top, it wraps on the bottom of the Switch console, and then you have two choices for the Joy-Cons. With the Joy-Cons, you can either do a simple wrap, which is just a two-piece front and back, nothing on the sides here, and then you can go with the full wrap, which is literally wrapping around the entire Joy-Con. I wanted to do both in this test, so that way you can get an idea of which one works better, or do they both work amazing. So let's start D brand in, throwing this in the grip, and let's see how that goes. Honestly, looks like it fits. I don't see any issues. I'm gonna slide this in and out maybe like 20 times, and then let's see if we get anything funky happening. So here we go. We'll speed this up for you guys. Okay, you guys, so that was 10 movements in and out of the grip. I was really not gentle with this at all. I probably should have been more gentle in the test. I think I caused a little bit of unnecessary roughness here, but we can see now what happened when I did that. We do have a little bit of peeling on this one here, on the two-piece, and so that's what that looks like. I think I actually caused this myself. I think we could have got away with this if we were careful and not damage that. And then again, over here on this side, we did get a tear. And surprisingly, there was no pooling, which is really nice to see. I would say, I'll be more careful when we run a few more tests. I'm not gonna be as violent as I was with this one. So let's have a look and see what happens with the others. As far as the console looks though, the back of the console looks great. There's no tearing, no pooling. So I would say this was a pretty successful test. I do recommend, if you are gonna use a skin from D brand, be careful. Insert it nice and slow, take your time going in and out, but yeah, it worked. Pulled up a little bit though. So here, let's go to the Switch Lite. Again, this is a D brand skin. This one is a little bit more rigid than this one, whereas this one's more of like a soft, kind of, the texture on it's just really smooth. This one has more of a rigid texture. I think it's their Beehive one. And it's a full wrap as well, going on the sides. So I'm gonna throw this in 10 times. I'm gonna be careful this time, so let's go. All right, so I think I put this in enough. Let's pull this out now and let's see what this looks like. So taking it off, on the back, everything looks great. No problems on the back, it didn't tear. And then on the sides here, it looks like this side's pretty good. There's just a little, honestly, you can't even really see this. Now on this side, I did get a little bit of indentations in the skin. But I will say, on the Switch Lite, unlike the original Switch, I mean, if you play mostly in handheld, well, with the Switch Lite, you don't have a choice. You're playing in handheld 24/7. If you're just leaving this thing in your Switch, this is a really good option. It's going to work. I don't see why you would want to take your Switch out of the grip if you're using the Switch Lite. So I would say this one works, and keep in mind this is the worst that's gonna happen. We'll just leave it there. So the worst that could happen on your skin is gonna be this, at least with the D brand. We'll try some others soon. All right, you guys, so now we have, in this test, we've got two different options. They're both very similar though. So this is Controller Gear, which I believe is an officially licensed option. They have the Zelda theme thing going on here. And then we also have, this one was an Amazon brand called Extreme Rate, I think. Very, very similar though. They're both almost exactly the same. Obviously the colors are different, but the way they apply was extremely similar. So with these ones, it's a back piece. That's one sticker. There's no front sticker. And then you get a front sticker for the Joy-Con and a front sticker for the other Joy-Con, and that's it. As you can see, there's nothing on the sides. There's nothing on the back. These are a much more simple solution. Now, these ones I predict are going to have absolutely no issue with their grip because there's not really too much rubbing going on here. So it seems like the biggest issue we see with these is the Joy-Cons rubbing on the silicone in and out. But with these solutions here, you really don't have that. So here we go. We have a controller gear here. It looks great. I'm just gonna slide it in and out a few times and let's see if it does anything. I have a feeling it's not gonna do anything to this, but just for good measure, let's do it. And I'm not being gentle with this one at all. All right, so that was enough. So let's have a look. This is the controller gear one. We should be really focused on the back. The back looks great. I'm not too worried about that. The sides, yeah, everything looks good on this one. There's just really nothing to take off of these things. They're great, they work. They're a lot simpler and they don't look as nice, but they're super compatible. So these ones are 100% compatible. All right, so now we have our last runner-up, which is Skinit. And these ones are more similar to the D brand, whereas they're more of a full wrap solution, both on the console front side, top and bottom. And then on the Joy-Cons, they also do this side strip here. Same thing for the Lite. This is also a Skinit brand, or Skinit skin rather. And it's a full wrap. This one actually looks pretty good. I like this one a lot. So let's throw these in and let's see how these work. Now I am gonna be careful on these because they are rubbing on the Joy-Con. So I'm gonna slide them in a little bit more careful on both of these here. And that one's in. So they look great. They look really nice. Let me slide these out. Let's see if we had anything on just the first pass. First pass, no, I can't really see any problems with the skin. Everything looks good. This one has a small indentation on the side. I can't say that was the grip or not, I don't know. Very minor, small indentation. And here on the Lite, everything looks pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our test now where we're gonna slide them in and out 10 times. And we're gonna do it on both this time, both the Switch Lite and the Switch. So here we go. So there's our in and out for the Switch Lite. Let's jump in and let's just throw this thing in and out a lot on the regular Switch. So here we go. All right, moment of truth. We've taken them in and out quite a few times and let's see what the result is. So starting with the Lite, I'm gonna slide this one out here and it looks like it is actually pretty good. Nothing on the back. Okay, so the sides look great. This side came out perfect. This side here got a small, very minor, I don't even know what you would call it, but it rubbed slightly. It just kind of peeled it off just slightly. Not a big deal. I was not super careful, but more careful than last time. So yeah, that happened. I would still call this compatible though, especially being the Lite, where you really aren't taking this thing out that many times. Let's go to the Pro now, or the regular version of the Switch, and let's see. Sides on this look really good. Side on this one, wow. Yeah, these are a nice solution. Okay, this one has no issues with it at all. There's literally no visible wear and tear anywhere from this test, and that's good because this is the one that actually would be going in and out because you might be docking this. So Skinit, honestly, I would say Skinit's 100% compatible. It seemed like the only ones that were a little not 100%, I'd give them like a 90-95% compatible, were the D brands. But also the D brands are much thicker. As I applied these, for sure these Skinits are thinner. The D brands have a very thick material on them, which is nice and cool, but not as compatible with our grips. So there you go. Now we know what's compatible and what's not. And actually everything is, just Depends on how compatible it is. All right, you guys, so that about sums up our video. I hope this was super helpful to you. If it was, please thumbs up the video. Also, if you have any comments for any other video, let us know down in the comment section below. Tell us what you want to see. We're more than happy to make those for you guys. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all the other social media channels, and we will see you guys in the next video.